Podcast number 7, DaffMoon Chronoastrology, within your hands, date July the 12th, 2024. Please always pray for me, I work in your interest. At the end of this program, we are going to pray together, to support the dead, currently going through the afterlife process.
Podcast number 7, DaffMoon Chronoastrology, within your hands. Date July the 12th, 2024. The God within me is very grateful to welcome the God within you to this experience of reality. The God within me is wondering, what is the cause of the suffering of the God within you? What could be the cause of the suffering of the God within you? It seems like the God within you comes to this experience of reality today in order to learn better about himself, isn't it? If yes, please allow the God within me to proceed with this presentation. Before I began this podcast, I saw the red light behind the mouse, and I was reminded how little we know about our environment. At the moment when I speak, there are many things that exist around you, but that you are unable to see. Many things happen around you at the level of infrared that you cannot see. Many things happen within you at the level of ultraviolet that you cannot see. In the sky, there are things that people were not able to see until recently. Now people use telescope with infrared, and they can see in the sky many stars and many other things. Okay. So there are many presences, there are many things that exist, but you cannot perceive, but they exist. In the sky, you have the stars that you cannot see, but they exist only with infrared. You can see them. Okay? So you must realize that there are many things you need to discover about your environment, about what is happening in the sky, about what is happening within yourself. There are many things that you still need to discover. And gradually, you are going to make what you cannot see understandable to you. Okay? This is the goal of our podcast, the education we are giving to you. We begin with the part 1. Why should you change your clocks? Time. Human beings rely upon it in order to schedule the activities of their communities. Human being relies upon time in order to schedule the activities of their communities. Now, how many among us have noticed that they tend to wake up right before the alarms rings in the morning? Even myself this morning, I woke up at the exact 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay? And I have noticed that I used to wake up like this at 7 a.m. because I'm getting used to it. Even this morning I woke up at 7 a.m. without the alarm. Exactly 7 a.m. The reason of this phenomena is that we all have an internal clock. Within you have an internal clock. This is the reason why you wake up exactly at the time of 7 a.m. You have an internal clock within you. Several factors regulate this internal clock, such as our hormones, the level of light in our environment, and our trained habits. Okay? There are several factors which regulate this internal clock, and among those factors are our hormones, the level of light in our environment, and our trained habits. Okay? This internal clock is so precise that our body and consciousnesses are able to wake up at the exact minute, right before our alarm rings in the morning. Do you realize how precise that is? To wake up at the exact minute when your alarm is supposed to ring. Automatically thanks to your internal clock, exact time. Our internal clock is mainly shaped around the cycles of the sun and the moon. But the sun and the moon are not the only asters that influence us. There exist numerous other cosmic influences that must be taken into account in our daily activities. When these influences start being taken into account, our internal clock may start to reflect these new habits, and so will reflect the state of our body and our consciousness. When we start taking into account the other astral influences, okay, into our daily activities. Our internal clock may start to reflect this new habit, and also the state of our body and the state of our consciousness. Okay. It begins with taking into account the astral influences. Until we adapt our clocks, it is similar to living our lives without taking into account the influence of the sun, the power of the sunlight upon our melatonin circadian rhythms. Okay? As you will learn soon in our podcast, this is how powerful the effect of the asters is upon our biology and psyche. With a new clock, and most importantly, with a clear understanding of its underlying principles, comes new habits. Then comes adaptation of our internal clock to these new habits, and finally adaptation of our body and our consciousness to this clock. Thanks to this new clock, we open the door for harnessing the influences of the asters in our lives. So this is the reason why we need a new clock, in order to harness the power, the influence of the asters in our lives. Part 2. How to build such a new clock. Several astrologers have built programs and applications allowing us to track the motion of the asters and their correlation. Some of them also had the idea to develop clocks taking into account these motions. The astrologer Kit Witten is working upon such a project as we speak. The mobile application that he has developed is costing only $1 on the iPhone App Store. It is called the Monad Calendar Clock. This application is both a clock and a calendar, giving the time by not only taking into account the sun and the moon, but also taking into account the motion of the other asters. I highly invite you to download his application, as you may use it for timing and scheduling your daily activities. Just by using the clock that he is offering and understanding its principle, you will unlock the power of the asters within your psyche and your body, all this for only $1. Please get the app here on the App Store. Visit the website of Kit Witten at this address. Visit please his YouTube channel at this address. And feel free to donate on his website in order to support his project. In the New Jerusalem, as we live in the truth, We will be using such a new clock in order to measure time. We won't be using the clocks that you have been used to so far. This is what his application looks like. This is a clock. You see the Earth at the center, the planets. Here you have the constellations. Okay, you have the sun. One hand, second hand here. Okay, 24 hours. So I invite you to check his application on his website. Okay, a really good application. Another application that I highly recommend is a mobile application named DaffMoon, developed by the developer Evgeny Fedorishenko. This application is available on the Android marketplace, totally for free. The developer didn't even put advertising within the application. Totally free and without any advertising. We are going to be working with this application for the rest of our podcasts on the topic of astrology. Really important. The application DaffMoon. We are going to be working with this application for the rest of our podcast on the topic of astrology. Please get the application here at the following address. Please visit the website of the developer Evgeny Fedorishenko at the following address. Please visit the YouTube channel of the developer at the following address. As you know, the application is free and there is no advertising, but I invite you to donate to the developer in order to help him to support the project. Okay, go to his website to donate, please. So you go to the Android marketplace and you download the application DaffMoon. Okay, DaffMoon, download it, you install it. Okay, so we are going to use this application for the podcast. As you gradually learn with me in this podcast series, you will see the incredible things that can be achieved spiritually speaking once we integrate the knowledge of chronoastrology within our lives. This is unavoidable for your spiritual development. Okay? Learning chronoastrology, integrating chronoastrology within your daily activities is unavoidable for your spiritual development. A third free application that I highly recommend you is application Space Weather Live. This application provides you with information relative to solar and auroral activities, such as, for example, solar flares. In this podcast series, you will learn the effects that solar flares had upon human civilization throughout our entire history. The app is developed by Parsec VZW, a non-profit organization from Belgium, founded by Sander van Kanet. Please get the application at the following link. Please visit the website of the developer at the following link. Please visit the YouTube channel of the developer at the following link. Part 3. How to use the mobile application DaffMoon. Okay, so I gave you 3 applications that are free, but we are going to use for the rest of the podcast on astrology the application DaffMoon on Android. Okay, and here I will teach you how to use this application. Section 1. Basic reading using the application DaffMoon. The application DaffMoon automatically detects on your phone your location. Then it extracts your longitude and latitude coordinates in order to display the motion of the asters at any time of the day relative to your location. So when you install the application, it will automatically detect on your phone your location. Then it will extract your longitude and latitude coordinates in order to display the motion of the asters at any time of the day relative to your location. 1. Within the application, you have access to a calendar indicating the astronomical events that are scheduled to occur on any chosen date relative to your location. 2. You have access within the application to maps of the sky, displaying the motion of the asters live or at any chosen moment. 3. You have the possibility to set within the app alarms reminder to alert you when any chosen astronomical event occurs. 4. You can analyze the various properties of your aster live or at any chosen moment and its relationship with other asters. These are the basic possibilities that interest us within the application. There are many other possibilities that are offered within the application, but the ones that are just started are the 4 main possibilities that are useful to us. In order to perform astrological reading using this application, what is now required is to set the location of the target and to set the date which interests us within the application. Once we do that, we have details that are needed in order to perform astrological reading for the target, either for his birthday or for any moment in his past or in his future. We join these data gained from the application with other information using methods that we will learn in the following podcast. The alarm reminders provided in the application DaffMoon come very handy in order to schedule our activities according to any chosen astrological alignment. In conjunction with the Space Weather Live website, you may check the solar activities that occurred on any particular day up to the year 1932. Please visit this page or the Space Weather Live in order to access the archives concerning solar activities of the past. In the following part, we are going to proceed with our exploration of the various functions offered in this application DaffMoon. So here we have the website of the Space Weather Live. You can see the archives of every solar flares, of solar activities that happened in the past. Okay? For example, you can check the birthday of someone and you see if there was some solar activities on his birthday. Okay? Solar activities are really important when it comes to spiritual power, spiritual gift. Okay? We have learned about it in the previous podcast when we learned how to pray. Okay, in this podcast where we learn how to pray, I taught you that solar activities are really important for spiritual activities. So you check the birthday of someone, okay, and you see if there was some solar activities. So you may think, you may analyze if this individual has some spiritual gift. Okay. Part 4. How to change the location and access the astronomical calendar within the app. Okay, here we will learn how to change the location within the applications and also how to access the astronomical calendar within the app. In order to switch the application DaffMoon to make calculations based on the location of your target, do this. 1. Open the application. 2. Click on the three dots on the top right corner. Okay. 3. In the windows that open up, click upon settings. 4. Under general settings, you may see the tab location. Click upon it. 5. In the windows that open up, you may change the location either automatically or by entering the coordinate of the location manually. The easiest way to change the location is to click on the button Google Map. When you do so, a map of the world will appear. You just need to move the map, then click upon the location of your target. 6. After you have set the location, the application will now give you the astrological configurations relative to this location. Okay, so you open your application, you will see this window, then you click on these 3 dots on the top right corner, then you click upon settings here. Okay, here you on the new window you click upon locations. Okay, and after that on the new windows that appear, you click you can change the latitude, longitude, coordinates manually. Okay, or you can use the system value, or you can choose from a recent location. You can choose Google Map, the location of Google Map, or you can enter the name of a city. Okay, and it will get for you the coordinates automatically. Okay, here the easiest way to click on Google Map. Once you do that, the map of the world will appear. Then you click on one city or country, and when you click on the city or country, the coordinate will automatically be extracted and put here. You click OK, and now you have changed the location within the application. Part 4. How to access the summary of astronomical events for any moment in time. In this part, we learn how to access the summary of astronomical event for any moment in time. Once you have set the location for your target, you may want to know what is the schedule of astronomical events that will occur soon at this location. The events that happen in the past or in the future at this location. To do so, 1. On the top left, you should see 3 parallel horizontal lines. Click upon them. 2. In the window that opens up, click up upon summary of events. 3. In the new window, you will see a calendar of events for any date that you wish. You may include elements or remove some by clicking on the third button, which you will see when going from the top right corner towards the left. It looks like 3 horizontal lines, parallel lines. Okay, so you open the application, you see this window, then you click here on the 3 parallel lines. You click here and this window will appear. Okay, then you click on summary of events. Okay, and you will see summary of events, the dates. Okay, and every astronomical event that happened on that day will show up in this window. Okay, you can change the date by clicking on these arrows. You can click here to set the date, any date that you want. If you click on this button here, this window will appear. And here you can choose what you want to see within your summary here. You can check what you want to see here, click OK, and this window is going to update. Okay. Part 5. How to see the astronomical configurations that occurred at any moment in time at a specific location. You can see what astronomical configuration were present in the sky over a location at any moment in time within the app. To do so, 1. Click upon the button sphere located at the bottom of the application. 2. In the window that appears, you can choose the time that interests you and which aster do you want to see the position of at this moment in time. You can see the configuration of planets, stars, and other astronomical events at any time, at any moment in time. 3. If you wish to see another view of the sky, including the zodiac constellations, click on the photo icon on the bottom right corner, which is located right above the button More. 4. You will be able to track the configuration of planets and stars in relation to the constellations displayed in the sky at any moment you choose. 5. To go back to the first view, click upon the globe on the bottom right corner, which is right above the button More. 6. You may zoom in and out using the plus and minus looking glasses on the bottom left. So, you open your applications, you click upon the button sphere here, and this window is going to appear. Okay. You can view the planet, the asters, you can see the stars, you can see many things. This is your position in space. Okay. And above you the sky, below you, below the planet. Okay. You can see everything from this view. If you want to change the view, you click on this button here, okay, and this new view with the constellations in the sky will appear. Okay. If you want to go back to this view, you click this here and you will come back here. Part 5. How to see together within one screen the phases of the 8 planets of the solar system at any moment in time. 1. Click upon the bottom planets at the bottom of the application. 2. In the window that appears, you will see the state of the 8 planets together in one screen for any chosen moment in time. 3. You may click on the icons eye within a circle in order to get detailed information about the aster at this moment in time. You may click on the photo icon to have a sky view of the asters at the chosen moment in time. So you click at the bottom of the application on the bottom planets here, then this window is going to appear. You have every planet at a specific time of the day. You can change the time that you want and you will see the status of the planet at this time, all of them at once. Okay. If you click on the eye button here, the icon here, you will see detailed information about the state, the phase of this planet. If you click upon this button here, this photo button, you will see a different view of the planet in the sky. Okay. Part 6. How to see the phase of the moon or sun for any chosen moment in time. 1. Click on the button Sun or the button Moon located at the bottom of the application. 2. You may click on the icons eye within a circle in order to get detailed information about the aster at this moment in time. You may click on the photo icon to have a sky view of the asters at the chosen moment in time. Okay, so you open the application, you see this window, you click on the moon, okay, you see information about the moon at this moment in time. You can change, okay, you see, and you can click on sun, you will see the sun at this time, okay. How you can see information about the sun and the moon. If you click on the eye icon, you will see more information. If you click on this button, you will see the moon in the sky. Okay, a map of the moon in the sky. Part 7. How to see a monthly or yearly calendar of the phases of the moon. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines, buttons on the top left corner. 2. Then click on the button phases on the window that appear. 3. Then click upon either the button month or year at the bottom of the app. 4. You will see the calendar of the moon phases for the month or the year. Okay, so you click upon this button here on the top left corner. This window is going to appear. Okay, you click on the button phase here, phases here, and this new window is going to appear. The different phases of the moon for the month. If you want to see the phases of the moon for the entire year, you click on this button. This new window is going to appear. You can change the year, okay, you want to see. You can change the month you want to see. Okay. Part 8. How to see a calendar of the scheduled supermoons for any year. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines buttons on the top left corner. 2. Then click on the button supermoon on the window that appears. 3. Browse to the year of interest in the window that appears. Okay, you click here on the top left corner of this button, this window appears. Then you click on the button supermoon here, and this window is going to appear. Okay, you can see all the supermoons for every year. Okay, you can change the period of time you want to check. All the supermoons of every year are going to appear. Part 9. And you see, when you click, for example, on this supermoon, you are going to be invited to create an alarm within the Google Calendar. Okay, so everything that you see here, you can click on it and you can create Google alarms, Google Calendar alarms for this event. Part 9. How to see a calendar of the scheduled perigee and apogee of the month or of the moon for any year. How to see a calendar of the scheduled perigee and apogee of the moon for any year. The point in the moon's orbit where it is farthest from the Earth is called apogee, while its closest approach is known as the perigee. Okay, when the moon is the farthest from the Earth, it is called the apogee. When the moon is the closest to Earth, it's called perigee. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal buttons on the top left corner. 2. Then click upon the button perigee apogee that appears in the window that appears. 3. You should see a calendar of scheduled perigee and apogee for any year. Okay. Click on the 3 lines here. You have a window that appears. You click on perigee and apogee button here. This window is going to appear. So you have all the perigee apogees that are scheduled to happen within the year 2024. You can change the date that you want. Okay. And you have here a graph which is showing you the perigee apogee. Part 10. How to see a calendar of lunar nodes for any chosen year. The lunar nodes are the 2 points where the moon orbital path crosses the ecliptic, the sun's apparent yearly path on the celestial sphere. The lunar nodes include the north nodes and the south nodes. They are places where the trajectories of the sun and the trajectory of the moon intersect. So this lunar nodes, okay, when the trajectory of the sun and the trajectory of the moon intersects, this is called a lunar node. Okay, and you have 2 lunar nodes, the north lunar node and the south lunar node. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines, buttons on the top left corner. 2. Then click upon the button lunar nodes that appear in the windows. 3. You should see a calendar of scheduled lunar nodes for any year. Okay, you click on this button, this window is going to appear. You click upon lunar nodes and this window will show up, and you can check all the lunar nodes that are scheduled to happen within the period you want. Part 11. How to see a map of the moon surface. 1. Click on the 3 parallel lines button on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button moon globe. 3. You should see a map of the moon. Click on the minus and plus buttons on the bottom left corner to zoom in and out. Click on any location on the map to get information about this location. So you click on this button here, you have this window that appears. Okay, then you click upon the button moon globe. Then you have a map of the moon that appears, and on the map you have different locations that exist on the moon. Okay, when you click on one location, you have information that appears here. Okay, you can zoom in and out on the map. Okay, you click on it, you have information about the location that will show up. Okay. Part 12. How to see the rising and setting time for any stars for any chosen day. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal buttons on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button rise set that appears in the window. 3. Click on the button of the stars of your choice at the bottom of the app. 4. You should see a calendar including the rising and setting time for your star of choice. So you click on this button here. This window is going to appear. Then you click on the button rise set. This window is going to appear. Okay. Then you have the calendar of the time when the star you are chosen will rise or set. This is for the moon here. You can choose for the sun, can choose for any other planet that you want. When the planet is going to rise and set, this is a whole calendar that you can see. Part 13. How to see a calendar of scheduled eclipses for any year. 1. Click on the 3 parallel lines, horizontal lines buttons on the top left corner. 2. Click upon the button eclipses that appear in the windows that show up. 3. Choose the year of interest. The eye icons indicate if the eclipse can be seen in your location or not. If you click on the button More, you get more information about the chosen eclipse. So you click on the button here, top left corner, this window appears, then you click upon eclipses, this window is going to appear, and you have all the eclipses for the chosen date. You can change the date. You see here, you have one eye icon, okay, eye icon. It indicates to you if you can see from your location the eclipse or not. Okay, if you click on the button More, you will receive more information about this eclipse. Part 14. How to see a calendar of solstices and equinoxes for any chosen year. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines button on top left corner. 2. Then click on the body on the button Solstices and Equinoxes. 3. You should see a calendar of solstices and equinoxes for any chosen year. So click on the button here, the window appears. Then you click on the button Equinoxes and Solstices. This window is going to appear. And for any period of time, you can see a whole calendar of the different solstices and equinoxes. Part 15. How to see a latitude-longitude grid of the year. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines button on top left corner. 2. Click on the button Day and Night globe that appears. 3. Click upon the button grid that is in the bottom right corner. You click on this button here, top left corner. You click on the button Day and Night globe. This window is going to appear. Okay, you have the day here, you have the night here. Okay, for any period of time on the globe, you will know which part of the earth is in daytime and which part of the earth is during night time. Then what you do, you click on the button grid here, and a grid, okay, of latitude longitude will appear on the globe. Okay, you can see the latitude longitude of every location on the planet. Part 16. How to see the list of scheduled planetary configuration for any chosen year. Planetary configurations. What is it? A planetary configuration just describes the location on the sky of a planet with respect to the Sun at any particular time. All planets in our solar system have approximately elliptical orbits. Thus, they all have the closest and the farthest point from the Sun, a perihelion and an aphelion. Perihelion. The perihelion is a point in the orbit of a planet, asteroid or comet that is nearest to the Sun. The aphelion is a point in the orbit of a planet, asteroid or comet that is farthest from the Sun. Superplanets. Superplanets are planets which orbit the Sun outside of the Earth orbit. The superplanets are Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and most of the minor planets. Inferior planets. Inferior planets are planets which orbit the Sun inside the Earth orbit. The inferior planets are Mercury and Venus, plus a small number of recently discovered minor planets. Conjunction. Here in planetary configuration section, the term conjunction refers to the conjunction between the Sun and any of the planets. This conjunction occurs when a planet has either the same right ascension or the same ecliptic longitude as the Sun. It is usually impossible to observe the planet close to its conjunction with the Sun because it is hidden by the glare of the Sun. Inferior and superior conjunction. The term inferior conjunction and superior conjunction are used only for the planets Mercury and Venus, which are inferior planets as seen from the Earth. An inferior conjunction is when a planet passes between us and the Sun. A superior conjunction is when a planet passes between the Sun from our point of view. Opposition. The term opposition is used only for the superior planets: Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Opposition happens when the Sun and any of the superior planets are exactly 180 degrees apart in the sky. At opposition, Earth is in the middle of a line between the superior planets and the Sun, and we see the Sun at one end of our sky and the opposing planet in the opposite direction. Opposition means, among other things, that the planet in it rises in the evening, culminates at midnight, and disappears over the horizon at dawn. Therefore, the conditions for its observation at this time are the best. In addition, since the Earth at this moment is approximately on the same straight line between the Sun and the planet, its distance from the last is reduced to the minimum possible during the year. Elongation. Elongation is the angle observed from the Earth between the direction to the Sun and direction to planets. For inferior planets, there are maximum elongation values the planet can have. These maximum elongation are called greatest eastern elongation or greatest western elongation. They must always be less than 90 degrees. Greatest elongation allows the best condition for observing planets. When inferior planets, Mercury and Venus, are close to the eastern elongation, they are visible after sunset. Similarly, when they are close to the greatest western elongation, they are visible before sunrise. Retrograde and direct retrograde motion. Most of the time, planets appear to move eastward against the background of stars. If you look skywards at the time of night on two different nights, you will notice that the planets have moved to the east. It's called a direct or prograde motion. Retrograde motion occurs when for a brief period of time, a planet appears to move backwards, westward, against the background of stars when observed from Earth. The moment when a planet apparent motion changes direction is called a stationary point. Because at that instant the planet appears to be more or less stationary with respect to the stars. 1. Click on the three parallel horizontal lines button on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button planetary. Then below it, click on the button configurations. You should see the list of planetary configuration for any chosen year. 3. If you click on the question mark on the top right corner, every type of planetary configuration is explained there. If you click on any planetary configuration in the calendar, you have the option to add a reminder automatically to your Google Calendar. So you must click on the top left button here, then you click on the planetary, the button planetary, Then you click on the button configurations, and this window is going to appear. Okay, you have the configuration for every single planet. Okay, and the dates, calendar of the different configurations for every planet. If you click on this question mark here, you have information about the meaning of every configuration that are displayed. If you click on one configuration, you will be invited to create a notification within your Google Calendar for this configuration. Part 17. How to see the list of scheduled planetary conjunctions for any chosen year. In astronomy, a planetary conjunction occurs when two planets have either the same right ascension or the same ecliptic longitude, usually as observed from Earth. In common parlance, the term is often also used to refer to close approach of two planets, which usually takes place near a conjunction. At such moments, the angular separation between two planets has the smallest value, and the planets appear close to each other in the sky. Such proximity of planets is an optical illusion. In reality, they are very far away from each other. From a practical perspective, a close approach of two planets, the smallest separation angle, is more interesting, and so it is this event for which the app calculates times and dates in planetary conjunction section. 1. Click on the three parallel horizontal line button on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button planetary. Then below, click on the button conjunction. You should see the list of planetary conjunctions for any chosen year. 3. If you click on the question mark on the top right corner, every type of planetary conjunction is displayed there. If you click on any planetary conjunction in the calendar, you have the option to add a reminder automatically to your Google Calendar. You click on the top left button here. Okay. You click on planetary, then you click on conjunctions, and this window is going to appear. You have the conjunction calendar for every period of time. Okay, you know that Mars and Jupiter will have a conjunction here on 4 June, and so on. Part 18. How to see in which the zodiac sign is located or aster at any chosen moment. This app can show either sidereal zodiac signs or tropical zodiac signs. To switch between them, you can select deselect with the option called Use Sidereal Zodiac in DaffMoon settings. Western astrology use tropical coordinates. Vedic use sidereal coordinates. With tropical, the zodiac signs are placed relative to the sun position on the ecliptic, denoted by the equinox and solstice, which is what defines the seasons. With sidereal, the zodiac signs are mapped to the constellations and fixed stars. These two systems are used to divide the ecliptic into 12 signs. Each sign is divided into 30 degrees, making a total of 360 degrees. While sidereal systems define the signs relative to the apparent background movement of fixed stars of about 1 degree every 62 years from the perspective of the Earth, tropical systems define 0 degrees of Aries to coincide with the vernal point or vernal equinox, also known as the March equinox in the northern hemisphere, and define the rest of the zodiac from this point. You can read more about it on Wikipedia. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines buttons on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button Diagrams Then click on the button Zodiac Signs. You should see the position of the asters of choice at any moment of choice in the relation to the zodiac sign. So, click on the button here. Then you must click upon diagrams here. Then you click upon zodiac signs. Okay, and this window will appear. Okay, this is tropical zodiac, but you can change it within the settings. Okay, tropical zodiac, you see the planet at this moment of at this time, the planet's location within each house. You can get more information by clicking on the question mark here. You can change the settings, what you want to see here, by clicking here. Okay, so the sun is in Cancer, the moon is in Virgo at this date. Part 19. How to set notifications alarms for any chosen astronomical events. 1. Click on the 3 parallel horizontal lines button on the top left corner. 2. Click on the button notification. 3. Set up any notifications that you need in the window that appears. So you click on the button here, then you click upon notifications, you click on the plus button here, and you can add notification about any planet that you want. Okay, when the planet rise, when the planet set, you can put notification and other things. Okay, in this window you can set up notifications about astronomical events. Part 20. Other options that are available within the app. The app offers many other options, such as seeing the altitude of any aster in the sky at any moment within the day, seeing the length of the day for any chosen date, seeing the angular diameter of any aster at any chosen moment, seeing the distance from the Earth of any aster at any chosen moment, seeing the degree of visibility of any aster at any chosen moment, among many other options. With this understanding, I invite you to download the application DaffMoon and the other applications that are presented to you, and to meet me in our next podcast, in which you shall learn the basic principles of chronoastrology. Until then, be blessed. Thank you.
Prayer for our faithful departed.
Today is July the 11th, 2024. This is the first prayer for the dead, done in public by the God within me. So since this is the first prayer for the dead, done by the God within me in public, the God within me is going to explain what we are doing. The God within me is going to explain what we are doing when we are praying like this together for the dead. Among you, can you tell me, please, how many of you are going to die one day? How many among you are going to die one day? everybody. Everybody is going to die one day. When you are going to die, can you decide, no, I don't want to die? Can you decide, no, I don't want to die? Can you decide that? No. When it is your time to die and you are dying, you cannot decide not to go. When you are gone from this world, you leave behind you all your friends, you leave behind you all your possessions, your belongings, you leave behind you everything that you possess that can help you. You become naked after death, and you are alone. So, when you die, it is highly recommended for you to make sure before you die that you have people that can help you after death. You must make sure while you are still alive that there are people that can help you after death. People on this planet can still communicate with the people who are dead. There are people that are called mediums that used to communicate with the dead on a regular basis. People on this planet can also exchange energy with the people who are dead. So, the people who are alive can bring a lot of help to the people who are dead. They can communicate with the people who are dead. They can assist the people who are dead. So, on this day of July the 10th, the 11th, 2024, I am starting an initiative, a global initiative, in order to make sure that the people who die are never alone again on this planet. No one who is going to die starting from today. No one who is a believer, is going to be alone after death. I say no one who is a believer because you need to accept help in order to receive it. This is why I say no one who is a believer is going to be alone after death. People who are not believers, people who don't accept the help, they will be on their own. But the people who are believers and accept the help, they will not be alone after death. And it begins on this July the 11th, 2024. If you are a believer and you die, you will not be alone after death, because we are going to be there to pray for you and to assist you, to guide you after your death. So, there are 7 billion people on this planet, and every day people are dying. Every day people are dying. and the population of dead people is growing every day. Okay? So I want you to imagine how many people today are dead and need some help. How many people today are dead? Okay? Check the news. Check the newspapers and count. I want you to count how many people are dead today and need some help. How many of them? So what we are doing now is highly important, extremely important. This is about your existence. Okay? This is about your existence, ensuring you have a good existence after your death, okay, until your next reincarnation or wherever you go. So we begin this initiative on this day with this prayer. Anyone who is a believer is not going to be alone again after death. If you're a believer, you won't be alone again. Because we are going to be here for you, and the Christ is going to be here for you also. We know how it works. We know the mechanism after death. We know what we need to do in order to help you. We know what to do. So, if you're a believer, starting from this July the 11th, 2024, don't fear anymore, because after you die, we are going to be here to assist you, and the Christ will be here to assist you also. For the people who are not believers and who do not accept the help, we cannot do anything for you. You need to accept the help in order for us to help you. Okay? So, we begin with our prayer. This is a really short prayer. You must enter in the right state. You know how to do it. The posture, you cross your leg, you enter the right state, and you say this prayer with me. O Creator of the universe, may your grace shine upon the souls of all the faithful departed. Through your mercy, may they evolve to a better abode and rest in peace. We know you can hear us. We know you can hear us. We can hear them. Like the seeds buried in the ground, may you produce the harvest of eternal life. Amen. So be it. So, we are going to pray at every podcast for the dead, starting from this day. And when we build the New Jerusalem, we are going to put several things into place in order to ensure that the believers and the inhabitants of the New Jerusalem receive the assistance that they need. Thank you. Be blessed. See you next time.
Courage. I am real and I know it, by Luke Kwong Vo. Be grateful for being alive today and for having been given the right to play a part in human history. This year is the year of the global awakening from our collective condition of denial. This year is the year when begins deep societal changes all around the world. We are in a new age, but only the ones who have the necessary courage will help in accelerating these positive changes for our civilization. Martin Luther King Jr., the Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, the Christ, and all other prophets who walked upon earth. who lived and breathed the same air as you do. All were made of flesh and blood, but they had courage and incredible love within their hearts. Do you have this courage and this love to do what they did and to do what I do? To stand for yourself and for your entire civilization? The opposition has always been using fear tactics and oppression in order to prevent the great transition of mankind to be completed. But I know you were all born with this courage and inherent love which are necessary. You and me, one day after the other, one podcast after another, we are going to fulfill our vision, which is not a utopia. We have all the evidences provided to us in order to believe in our own selves and in what we are capable of. Be with me, I am with you. Courage. We are in touch.